Hi guys, welcome back to this African Perspective. Being unemployed in 2024, even in 2023 stroke 2024, has been the most challenging thing for many people because the job market is a literal trash right now. It has been a trash for the longest now, and it's continued to be more trashy and trashy. And even these job websites are now even becoming ridiculous because majority of the time all you're gonna meet is scam when you're searching for a job. So right now, videos we're going to be checking out is people who have experiences like searching for a job and how they go through a lot in order to even like get any interview at all. And when people say it, if it's not something that you are experiencing, you might be like, wait, what do they mean? Maybe they're possibly doing something wrong. They're not doing something wrong. This is just what it is. Like, it is just crazy out here and it is a total mess. We have so many issues right now, like economical wise. Like, there's just so many issues right now in this world that getting a job, these jobs are not hiring. There's a lot of ghost jobs. You should not be surprised by anything. You should believe anything now. Anytime if they tell you an alien was seen yesterday passing by, believe it. It happened. Like, there's nothing that is not going on in this world right now. But anyways, guys, before we get right into this video and check it out, I just want to give a quick shout out to Tara. Thank you so much for your super thanks. Thank you for your support for the channel. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Make sure you please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Liking this video helps with the algorithm, and that is the way that you're telling me thank you for this video and you appreciate it and you enjoyed my content, okay? And also leave your thoughts in the comment section, of course, at the end of this video. But let's get right into it.
I've applied to about 150 jobs between October to now, and I'm still unemployed. And I'm one of those people that has had a job since the day I turned 16, and not having a job right now, knowing that I've put so much time and effort into it, I can't even explain how demoralizing it is without bursting into tears. And maybe it sounds dramatic, but I don't even care because it's one of those things that you really do put in so much time and effort into these cover letters, into these interviews, into these applications. Do you know how frustrating it is to not hear a single response back, or get so far into the interview process and all of a sudden you're ghosted, or being ghosted for an interview, or getting all the way through the process and then they end up going with someone else at the very last stage? It is an emotional roller coaster. No joke, it is an emotional roller coaster. You are going through so much chaotic emotions. You have all of this hope because you get an interview and you get far into the interview process, and all of a sudden that comes crashing down when you don't get the job, and it starts all over again. It goes up and down and up and down, and it is so heart-wrenching. And I just wish I could actually vocalize how frustrating it is. I talk to my friends about it and they're like, oh, no worries, you'll get a job by this date. Then the day comes around and I'm like, I'm still here. So what does that mean for me? What does that mean about me? And I'm not one of those people that puts a lot of value on jobs. I put a lot of value on work because there's other forms of work that is outside of a job, but it's still frustrating regardless. When you're stuck in a position like this for so long, eventually you're going to start to wonder, is it you? Is there something that you can be doing better? It's a lot. It's taxing. Unfortunately, there is no motivational thing I have at the end of this. I'm just expressing my feelings. I'm all about authenticity and transparency, and the transparent thing to say here is that it sucks and it's hard. So if anyone tries to tell you that the job market does not suck right now, laugh in their face and then send them this video because it does suck. And for one story like mine, there's probably 10 other ones that have applied to way more jobs, have had way more ghostings than me. It's soul crushing.
I can't be the only person who feels like this. So I'm 30 years old. I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed for 4 months. I literally can't get a job. I've applied to over 150 jobs. I now have negative $4.41 in my savings account because of the monthly service fee that just hit. I don't know when I'm going to get a job. I feel very lost. This feeling of being unemployed and applying to jobs and retailing your resume, getting rejected, and then seeing the job reposted literally 2 weeks later is demoralizing. And remembering that I am still worthy and I am still valuable has been very difficult. I left my last job because it was destroying my mental and physical health. I liked the job, but I just couldn't do it anymore. And so I applied to a new job, and I was going to make the most money I was ever supposed to make in my life. And they laid me off 4 days before I was supposed to start due to company reorganization. And I haven't been able to find a job since. I don't have a Roth IRA. I don't have any type of investment accounts. I don't know if I'll ever own a house. I am married, but we're both children, to be quite honest with you. I live in an apartment that we can no longer afford because I lost my job. moved down here for the job that laid me off 4 days before I was supposed to start. So when you sign a lease, you just can't get out of it like that. That's not how that works.
These jobs, I'm going to say this right here. These jobs are not really hiring. This is all a front, and I don't know what they're putting on a front for. I don't know why y'all telling people, oh, apply now, y'all hiring, or come to this job fair, y'all hiring, if it's a lie. And somebody has to pay for the time that I just wasted. I just wasted an hour and 20 minutes of my life going to a job fair. It was not a job fair. I was the only person dressed up, okay? I have on shoes, dress shoes right now. I was the only person dressed up. Everybody else looked like they rolled out of bed. I pull up. They said it was a job fair. You get there, and they changed the flyer to say employer presentation. What is an employer presentation? They just wasted my time. I don't care. Are you hiring or not? And are you paying me some good bread or not? Employer presentation. What is that? I never heard of that. And I've been working since I was 15. I've never heard of this. Basically a PowerPoint of what the company's about. I could have looked that up online. Company's whack, by the way. But I could have looked that up online. That just pissed me off. And a guy talked for 1 hour about a company. Bro, we don't really care. Are you hiring? I don't think anybody really cared. And I could tell I wasn't supposed to be in that room because everybody in there was way older than me. Like, way older than me, and not in a good way.
Because of how much I know that the job market is a trash, I think those people that actually even go through the extent of even doing cover letters are actually stressing themselves right now. But maybe it works for some, but I actually just find out stressful. I'm not even gonna do that. Like, hell no, I ain't going through that already. What I even find annoying about this website is you would be trying to apply for a job, and each of them want you to have an account, open an account first before you apply for the job. And I really want to ask this question, like, what does that even have to do with anything? Why do we always have to open an account? Maybe I'm not tech savvy, but why do we all have to have an account with your website first before we can apply for a job? And that feels like a whole job, trying to apply for a job, because I am creating an account, I'm creating a password. You want me to write a password in a certain way and have letters or numbers in between the passwords, and then write my email and everything, username, and then I can start applying for the job. I'm filling in the questions you're asking me. You're asking me questions that are already in my resume, but yeah, let's just ignore that. So it's like, it feels like too much hassle, it feels like too much work to actually apply for this job, and then at the end of the day, silence. You get nothing from them. If you're lucky, they'll tell you, oh, we moved with other candidates, but still post the same job. For people who even say that they apply for 150 job or 200 or 300, that is really lower than what I have heard a lot of people applying for. Many people have applied for more than 1,000 jobs. So you applying for 150 is really less right now, because you'll be competing with people who applied for more than 1,000 jobs, 800 jobs, 900 jobs, more than that. And they're doing it every day. I tell you, it's so draining and so tiring. The best way, if you're unemployed right now and you're searching for a job, the best way for you to be applying for these jobs, because they waste your time. Don't even feel bad to even apply for jobs that maybe you don't qualify for. The best way you can do it so you don't even affect your mental health, just keep hitting apply. Don't even be reading all those what do they call it, those qualifications you fit in. As soon as you see the job title, there's something you can do, just apply for it. If they hit you up and later you don't meet it, so what? They waste your time. They don't have a problem with wasting your time, because you're reading all those qualifications. If you meet it, or the stuff that you want, the requirements, you're going to, your head is going to start hurting. That part on its own is a whole stress if you know you're applying for multiple jobs, except if you're doing a little.
Big tech doesn't want you, bro. Companies pretty much stopped hiring entry-level software engineers in 2023. And if you haven't been living under a rock, you would know that the job market is pretty bad right now. But why is this the case, and what does it mean for your career prospects? It's not that these companies stopped hiring entry-level employees, but they pretty much stopped hiring altogether. There was a massive hiring spree in the industry in 2021 and 2022. Big tech literally hired thousands upon thousands of entry-level engineers every single year. But these companies realize that they aren't growing at the pace that they thought they would. And now they really no longer have a need to hire additional employees. But going forward, if you're looking to break into the industry, my advice would be to focus on startups instead, or even companies that need software engineers but aren't in tech. This is going to be your best shot for actually getting a job. Sure, you may not be getting paid top of the market salary, but having a job is better than having no job.
Y'all are not gonna believe me if I say this, but Indeed is not turning the applications in. I cannot tell you how I found this out, but I can tell you that I did find this out. I found it out. I don't know how to explain how we're getting scammed, but just know that we are getting scammed. If you feel like Indeed is not turning the application in, it's because they're not turning the application in. They're taking your information and they're selling it with the use of AI and other advertisement-led stuff. So when you apply to that job and you immediately get a denial before enough time goes by to where you feel like somebody would have had to take the time to look at your application and look at your resume and all that stuff, it's because Indeed's not turning the shit in. And then you got to also add the fact that a lot of these employers are listing job listings with no intentions of filling them for some type of tax break or tax credit too. So that's not a good combination either. It's a terrible combination.
Guys, people are really underestimating how hard the job search is in 2024. Hundreds of applications, hundreds of rejections, being ghosted by recruiters, getting to the final round, and then being rejected. The job search in 2024 is absolutely brutal.
All right, TikTok, I want to know who's actually getting hired now. We've been hearing about all these layoffs, and I want to know exactly what candidates are actually being hired. So if you've gotten a job, your ex-coworker got a job, or your friend's gotten a job, I want to know exactly when and how they got a job. In this market, you're either overqualified or underqualified, and there's no in between. So I want to know what kind of candidates companies are actually looking for.
And then you have some people who are literally doing the whole copy and paste thing, where they have a whole place where they are writing resume. They see a job description that they like, they will go and copy the job description, try to apply it into their resume again and apply, and still they're not getting jobs. Like, many people will give you so many advice, tell you this is what you should do that, do this, do that, but at the end of the day, these jobs are just not hiring. Like, the economy is not just as good as it used to be. And right now, these corporations don't want to be paying much. There are many people who are fulfilling 3 people's job position. I tell you, when I go and see this jobs description, majority of them are looking for different people in different fields, and they want you to know all of it. How is that even possible? Different positions, they want you to do all of those things alone, and then they will still pay you one person's paycheck. You're not getting 3 people's paycheck. One person. And while they are saving 3 people's money, the higher ups are just there enjoying the benefits of it. They are saying, oh, we are making a lot of profit. But then they are straining the employees, the people that are working underneath them are suffering and doing too much work and getting less and still struggling to pay their bills. Just make it make sense. This whole thing is just too much of a scam, too much of a punishment on people.
No, because fuck you, America, for making me for making me work 4 fucking jobs! 4 jobs! While I'm in college in rural fucking Tennessee and I can barely pay my own fucking rent, and I'm taking 19 credit hours on top of those 4 fucking jobs, and I still can't graduate on time, and I still can't graduate early, even though I'm taking 21 credit hours next semester! It's not fucking fair. It's not fucking fair anymore. It's never been fair, not in my lifetime. And will it ever be fair? No, because I'm a woman in America. Oh my God. I just want to live in peace, America. And I will one day. Probably somewhere fucking else. Anyways, look how cute my nails are.
And then you go and listen to the news, and the news wants to tell you things like, oh, there's a lot of jobs. People are having a lot of jobs, really. Or people are just there doing too many jobs. One person is working 4 jobs. one person is working 3 jobs, so one person is doing a lot of hours working. And then at the end of the day, the one that even annoys me is you going to go and do that amount of, like, you're spending a lot of hours working and working, and at the end of the day, what is going on with you? Like, you're still paying those bills, like you're paying for your rent, and you're not even living there. Let's be for real, you're not living there. That house doesn't see you much. It just sees you come in there, shower, just sleep for a few hours, and you get out. So it's just too much.
They're not hiring people. Apparently, Indeed is not even turning in applications.
Go back and watch that whole video, because do you guys remember January 17th, 2023? Because I do. That was the day I got laid off of my corporate job. Now, one of the things that you're required to do down here in Georgia in order to continue to get your unemployment benefits is to apply to a minimum of 3 jobs per week. Your unemployment benefits down here are only 14 weeks long, and you don't get an extension. Want to know how many jobs I applied to in those 14 weeks? That's right, almost 300. I kept an Excel spreadsheet of it. I even put in there which jobs I got a call back from. Guess how many I got a call back from? 3. 3. Now, I know a lot of these jobs I was vastly overqualified for, and I really didn't care because it was going to allow me the opportunity to continue to work from home. Let's be honest, I really don't want to have to work with the public anymore because people suck. And I'm not saying that at that time Indeed was doing the practice of not pushing the applications through. I'm just saying that if that was something that they were doing at that time, it would make an awful lot of sense why I didn't get a call back from a lot of these jobs. But to allow this to continue, and I mean, I don't even care whether or not you want to work in the office or you want to work from home. The fact of the matter is there are a lot of eligible employees out here that really do want to work for a good corporation or a good office, and be able to put all of their worth into it and be able to get that reciprocation back of that appreciation. So when are we going to start holding these jobs and these careers accountable for what they're doing to us as Americans, which is keeping us under their thumb?
PayPal is laying off 2,500 employees. Activision laid off their entire staff except for 12 people. Sports Illustrated entire staff. Twitch 500 people. Spotify 17% of their staff. Now Google just laid off 1,000 employees, but apparently they're gearing up to lay off even more. But UPS, 12,000 jobs cut. Now, if you're new here, you probably haven't seen my video on The Wizard of Oz, where I was telling y'all that it was basically a documentary of what they did to the American people to enslave us. They created chaos and then they provided a solution. During that time, what was happening was a Great Depression. The stock market crashed. The country was bankrupt. Did y'all catch that Freudian slip? Yeah. They was changing the money system, so everybody had to come down and turn in their silver and their gold. What's crazy is they had more money than we have right now, right? What they had was equivalent to still making $80,000 a year. We're nowhere near that. And the CEOs are talking about it in our face. They basically saying that after COVID, we didn't want to come back to work, so they're going to force us into a recession. And I'm not saying this to fearmonger. I am telling y'all this because there's a universal law called the law of courage. And it says that fear departs where action is present. Y'all need to start preparing now. If you are a creator on this app, get on TikTok Shop. Go to Product Marketplace. Find a product that you're already using. Do a review on it. There is so much money to be made through TikTok Shop. So much so that Jeff Bezos is allegedly lobbying on both sides of the parties to get TikTok taken down on some why your hand in my pocket type shit. Now, it's been started with inflation and everything, but now they're not hiring people. Apparently, Indeed is not even turning in applications to jobs. I don't think that's a coincidence. But history is repeating itself. Back then, what they created was the Social Security system. When they came in and signed up for the benefits that was going to solve all of their problems, they signed over their rights. They stopped being Americans and they went to U.S. citizens, which are employees of the country. Keep your peepers peeped. Whatever they are offering, do not fucking fall for it. And it's not going to be easy because a lot of us is not going to have money because they're literally not even trying to fucking hire us. They're saying it in our face. So you need to learn how to provide a service. You need to get on TikTok Shop, find a product, figure out what your skills are and use them. You've been sleeping on yourself too fucking long. But do something before it's too late. Me personally, I'm about to stop buying from these mega corporations because they literally own everything. They just create this illusion of separation. There is no illusion. Degree, Dove, all of them, all that shit is owned by the same company. If we stop putting money in their pocket, we take their power away. Because we are the fucking money. We just keep freely giving it to them so that they can make decisions for us. No more.
I feel really bad for people, and to see that they have to actually they are going through this situation with searching for jobs and looking for means for to survive. And yeah, it's like really not easy to just continuously keep applying. Anything is back then, people would be like, oh, there's that jobs, like, but you're not really interested in it because of course these ones, they're just people who don't have talent, they are low income earners, like, oh, things like that. But now those jobs have become uppity too, because you can't even get them like that. Like the jobs that some people were looking down on and saying this is a low job, like I can't do this, I can't be a waiter, I can't be this, I can't do bartending, I can't do, like, all those jobs are just low beneath me. Do you know that right now you can go and be applying for those jobs and you will have a lot of competitions waiting for you? So things have really changed. Now you cannot look down at any job. You can't say, hey, I see this job, I'm looking down on it, because you're looking down on it, but before you know it, you find yourself homeless, because it's either you're homeless or you do all those things. And sometimes even doing the jobs will not even fulfill your bills, like it will not pay all those bills that you have. So what are you gonna do then? It's either you just go and be homeless, because at least people who are homeless don't have bills. So you just have to make decisions. And I feel like we're being put in a tough spot in life right now. We're having to, like, these corporations are enjoying as much as they want, that they're making a lot of profits, but then we, the normal human beings underneath, we are just suffering and struggling and making serious decisions every day. We are being put at risk to lose a job, or to go and just be doing excess jobs, to be doing multiple jobs. It is not good for your health in the longest. You can't just keep working and working and working and working and continuously, like, doing too much. It will burn you out. We are humans. We have, like, sometimes you need rest and you need a break. But if you're put in a position where you can't get a break, then what is going to happen? You're going to get sick. Do you want to talk about going to the hospital where they are so expensive? They will send you all those bills, and it's expensive to deal with, like, to even be trying to take care of your health. So there's just so many things to rant about, and I think it's so frustrating, but I'm not going to disturb you guys with so many rants right now. That's the end of this video, guys. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Clicking the like button really helps with the algorithm, and that's a way of you telling me that you appreciate this video. And also leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.